Yo, what up, people? Smith and motherfucking are here today, of course, to give you guys motherfucking Aoki Hagane no Arpeggio Ars Nova episode 3 motherfucking review. And you know what? I'm actually digging this series for one reason. Because I'm saying this again. It was a very simple episode. Yet good. Like it was simple what happened, yet it wasn't. And I also found out that this is apparently a remake of a previous series. So if you wanted to, and you're really into this, you could go back and you could rewatch the old series, or just like compare and contrast like what happened in episode 1 to their episode 1, and what happened in episode 2, their episode 2. And when episode 4 comes out, you could do whatever you want. Fuck it. But yeah, it was a pretty simple episode, actually, believe it or not. I mean, basically, they arrive at their location, which actually turns out to be fucking Gunzo, this nigga's hometown. Or should I call him Chihaya? Fuck it, Chihaya. Chihaya. Nah, fuck that. Gunzo all the way. Fuck it. So basically, it's Gunzo's hometown, where they started off 2 years ago back in episode 1. They're going back there, and apparently this city has amassed like a giant ass fucking gate to keep out the fog. Like they got their port, and then they got a nice little gate as a barrier for the port. But it hasn't really withstood a fog attack yet, so they don't know what exactly would happen if fog attacked. But because of this gate, we find out later in the episode that more people have moved from the inland, more, out near the coast of the city. Many more people have been coming. And that's because, of course, Iona basically somehow she's able to like recreate the past or something. She remembers the past of what she saw, and then she's comparing it to now, and she knows that there are a lot more people. Like the population density is bigger, and there are more shops, and so that's a good thing. That means that this wall, for somewhat, has gave people a sense of security, and I'm digging that. Because I cannot wait for that sense of security to be utterly crushed and stomped into the ground. And just seeing people running, fire, like, yo, fuck it, why not? Like, shit. I mean, it's a fucking war. Like, we already know for a fact that they'll fuck up the land if there's a fog ship that's an enemy nearby, or any aircraft for that. They'll fuck them up. So, we'll see what happens. But besides that, they dock, they get resupplied, they're working on repairs. Yaya opens up her stomach, like legit, to show off the super gravity cannon, and people in the army are seeing what it is. Then basically, Gunzo leaves, and he leaves this motherfucker in charge with the fucking mat. Like, this dude. And apparently he says that this mask is for allergies. I don't know, the nigga look kind of badass. I'm digging the mat. I am. I mean, it's kind of like nerdy, kind of. But at the same time, this dude's voice is like legit. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And so basically, leaves him in charge, and they're going somewhere. And he's walking with fucking Iona, and they end up going to the cemetery. And the cemetery is basically a Navy cemetery, and they're going to visit the monument of, the previous war where a whole bunch of people died, to pay tribute with some flowers. And then basically he's explained to Yaya what this is, and like, oh, and their vital signs cease to function and all that. And then we skip over to the submarine, we skip over to the fucking like underground dock hangar area. And armies just comes in there. They're holding up the fucking Navy. And basically they say, you're coming with us to a dinner party. Some dude in a fucking suit. Just, yeah, CIA motherfucker. Like, okay. Then they do the same thing with fucking Gunzo and Inoue. Fucking Iona. I swear to God, her name. Iona. Fuck. I don't know, it just gets me sometimes. Because, fuck it. And so from there, basically, they also get somewhat captured. Iona, she's like, should I exterminate them? I was like, y'all fucking powered up. Everybody's like, oh, they know what the fuck could happen. They know that this bitch is mad powerful and they can't do shit against. Like, oh my god. Like, and he's like, no, calm the fuck down. We're gonna go to this dinner. They go to the dinner. It turns out to be at some mansion, and there's this dude there, and apparently he knew him. I cannot remember this nigga's name, but I remember this nigga. Oh, his facial details. I'm digging. I'm digging the dude's, like his sketch. I am, cause he's like an old man that stands for like Japan in a sense, and like he's like a politician. He's like next in line to be like prime minister, and he's like well regarded. He used to be a Navy admiral, and he's like basically looking at things logically, like what happens if she turns on us? She's a monster. She could wipe us out any moment, any day. It would be much better if she was in our care. And then, of course, we got Gunzo. Who the fuck you calling a monster? No, fuck that. Then, fucking nigga calls the goon squad in. Niggas come in with guns, about to fuck her up. Yeah. I'm getting confused. I'm getting really confused with this other fucking anime Machine Doll. My bad. Iona. Basically, Iona, she releases herself, she overrides the commands, and she's going up to surface. And while this is happening, we also see fucking, Taiko. And basically, Taiko, she's on the shore, and she's buying a book. And this is what surprised me. They sent 2 submarines after her, because apparently she has ran away. Like, she's going to become Gunzo's other ship. She wants him to become her captain. And it was kind of like, she wants him to be her captain to make her do anything. And the ships that were sent to, like, see what's happening, because she just disconnected herself from, like, the mainframe that gives her commands and all that. So they send after her Submarine 400 and Submarine 402. And so I'm assuming that Yaya might be one of the triplets of these 400 series. Because those 2 kind of look alike, and they kind of look like Yaya. Fuck, I keep confusing the names. It's pissing me off. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. They sort of look like her, kind of, but not really. But, because they're more like twins, in a sense. But they could be like a third thing. Like, she could be like their older sister or something. I'm not sure. What I do know, though, is that they're like identical twins, and they're using her as bait. And then in comes shells, hit the fucking wall, explosions, everything. What the fuck's going on? And this is when stuff sort of got interesting. Because, yes, I'm skipping all the fuck around. Because fuck it. Basically, we see this, like, holy fucking white room, and there's these 2 bitches chilling in there. And they're basically talking about how when they first came here, that they wouldn't have won against humanity if they did not have superior weaponry. Because humanity was much bigger in numbers. And if they had even, if they had equal power, they would have got wiped out in a heartbeat. And they don't really have, like, a sense of tactics. They would just go out and blow shit up. But after being around the humans for so long, they've started to develop senses of tactics. And so they no longer need the humans for anything else because they've already learned so much from them. And so this could lead to, like, some type of mass extermination. I'm not sure. I'm not. Basically, I-401 comes up. Lasers. Niggas. Yeah. I want to keep calling her. Yeah. I don't know. I'm telling you. I'm getting way too confused with Machine Doll. Because I'm still on that Machine Doll. Fuck it. That's a different anime. Get that shit to the side. Okay, so Iona, basically, you move, it's gonna really hurt. Basically, what she means is she's gonna fuck them up. Then they go up on, there's some words, yeah. And basically, Iona, she says something very key. And she says at first that she thought of herself as a weapon. And now, she thinks of herself more as a reason to keep Gunzo or Chihaya alive. In a sense, because if she wasn't there, then, or if he wasn't the only person that controlled her, he would have been dead long ago. They would just pop this nigga in the head, have a new captain, nigga would have been done. But because he's the only person that can control her, he can't really be harmed. Because they know if they fuck him up, they're all gonna die. Because I swear to God, I just want to call her Yacht so bad. Because Iona will fuck these niggas up. Shoot mad drop bombs. Mad. So they come up, they fucking, walk away. They get up there and they're about to engage these two ships that were sent after them. Don't even ask me the fucking names, but they're battleship size. And I'll get the names next episode, but right now they're just, firing a couple shots at this wall. And they weren't even their own really technology from what I saw. Their technology makes crazy ass fucking Ceros from fucking Ichigo, just fucking red explosions. That's what their bombs do. Well, that's at least their what they call it, corrosion missiles. So they just shot some basic fucking weaponry at them, some low shit, just fucking like a little laser or some shit. I don't know. It looked like a missile, but it didn't do the normal damage that their weaponry would do. So I'm assuming it's low level weaponry. This is a very big fucking ship. And one more thing I want to throw in there. Basically, Taiko is going to be waiting for him after he fucks these two people up, these other ships. We'll see what he does. Because this nigga is a tactician. And I can't wait for next episode for that. I can't wait to see this tactitional fight. Yes. And also, but we find out anyway that Taiko, basically she's going to go wait for him at a certain area that she saw while she was fighting him. So we'll see, but apparently she wants him to be the captain because Gunzo will make her stronger, and as a weapon she just wants to become stronger. And they're going to be following her because there's a hint that they're okay, we better surveil her. Little does she know she's gonna cause this nigga's downfall. Two submarines, just pursuing them at all times, having tabs on them. That's pretty big. We'll see what happens with the whole thing. But that's the basic episode. Basically humanity's hands, and this right now, this city's hands right now are in Chihaya and Iona's motherfucking hands. And his crew, of course. Because they use battle stations, fuck it. So they're about to go fight. And they just got replenished with food and missiles and shit. Not a lot though, because it is, somewhat of an economic downturn right now. I mean, they can't use, they cannot cross the oceans using anything. Submarine, boat, airplane, they all get shot down. So they have limited resources. We saw in the hangar that there were other ships, but these were apparently built from remains of old battleships that were destroyed. They had to salvage for this shit just to build 10 fucking aircraft carriers or 10 small battleships that at the end of the day will just get destroyed like that. Nothing but maybe a 10-second distraction each, if that. Maybe a 10-second distraction as a whole. All 10 of these ships. Each one gets a second. I don't know, but that 10 seconds could help a lot of people out. We'll see. I'm wondering what's going to happen. But I do know that they're going to either fight or run. And running doesn't seem like a viable option since they're technically speaking trapped. Because they have two battleships coming after them. And then there's a giant wall. And then the area that they're in, this small little pond, or this small little lake that's blocked off from the rest of the ocean. They're coming in, so the second that they reach that wall, no chance for escape. I don't see it. Out with all the missiles these niggas got. Now with their super gravity cannons and their mad lasers, have you seen? These niggas have so many fucking missiles. It's not even funny. You guys, I'm sure you all get exactly why I'm oh my God, some shit might actually happen. Have you seen how many fucking missiles just fucking Taiko had? Picture her times 2. And then picture them just unloading on a fucking coastal city. That thing will be wrecked. No survivors. Oh my God. One super gravity cannon shot fuck that entire area that they point at. Like, no, you're done. There'll be a fucking hole. Like, so they're gonna have to be very careful, and that's what I'm really looking forward to next week's episode. It isn't so much of the fight itself. I'm looking forward to how are they going to fight without endangering all these motherfuckers' lives, because that has to be their main priority. Like, basically, if they go into water, these niggas could be like, fuck it. Usually we don't attack on land, but since they are in the vicinity, fire all rockets. Like, just fucking hailfire. People running and scream. Oh my god. We're gonna see next week's episode exactly how good this nigga is. Oh my god. Just the amount of damage. Like, that's why they didn't want Taiko to follow them. And now they basically got Chu. Woo. Lasers and... oh, fuck that. Overall, I'll give this episode right here. You know what? I'll give it an... damn it, I hate when I get stuck between two fucking numbers. Fucking 9 out of 10. I'll give it a good. I was gonna give it 8, but... you know, good with okay moments. You can take it as 8 or 9. Fuck it, I'm going with 9. But there's some moments in there that you could see as okay. So it's either 8 if you want to, or fucking 9 from fucking I don't care. So Smith's to my fucking art. This was a good episode. I'm digging it. In next week's episode, we could see some real shit. I swear. Come on. Okay, with that being said, Smith's in my fucking arm. Peace the fuck out.